Hello to you, my fellow Gooners, and welcome to Arsenal TV. This is your transfer update show where I'll give you the players that have been linked with a January move to Arsenal and our current players that have been linked away from the club. Now, as we know, Arsenal played against Man United the other night and we came away with a 2-0 win and an absolute outstanding performance from the lads, and it was like as if that there was 11 new signings on the field. Now, I don't know what Mikel Arteta has done to this side, but something that he's done has completely changed the whole team. But it was just a complete different team. And I think the energy levels were spot on. This is the best I've seen Arsenal play for a very, very long time. And one of the players that played so well that game was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, speaking of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, we know that in reports of recent weeks, before the January window opened, we know that he's been rumoured to be leaving Arsenal and going to a team like Barcelona, Inter Milan, or and so on and so forth. But there's been positive sounds coming out of Arsenal. As we know that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been heavily linked on a move away from Arsenal. As we know that he only has 18 months left on his current contract. Rumours have been circulating for weeks that he could be gone in January. Aubameyang has told the French outlet RMC Sport after the game Man United that he is staying. And Aubameyang did actually quote, he said, "The French press likes to talk a lot. For now, I am 100% here." Hinting that he's not looking to leave the club and he will be staying at Arsenal. Now, I like it how it actually says "for now," that he's going to be staying at Arsenal only for now. But it looks very, very positive that Aubameyang is looking to stay at Arsenal. And now the Mikel Arteta has come in, so let's see what happens. Now, as we know, of course, that transfers are not dedicated by the players, but also dedicated by the club. And Arsenal will be looking, hopefully, to extend Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's contract, hopefully very, very soon. As we know that Granit Xhaka has been also another player that's been linked away from Arsenal Football Club during January. Now, he was also linked to go to Berlin, Hertha Berlin, and I think it was only meant to be a link to be a loan move away. But positive sounds are coming out of Arsenal Football Club. Mikel Arteta telling the press after the Man United game that he had spoken to Xhaka, and Xhaka will be staying. There has been a lot of rumours that Xhaka is going to be on his way out, but Arteta is saying after the game that he sat down and spoke to him and he is staying. And we wouldn't have said this a couple of months in terms of the way what happened with him at Crystal Palace and the argument that he had with the fans, telling the fans to F off, you know. But after the Man United game, I don't know whether to sell him or not. It's like Granit Xhaka is like a complete new player. I think now, is this a turning point for the fans to actually forgive him and let the past be the past and actually move on as a club under Mikel Arteta? Now, for me, I do forgive him for what he's done because I want him to have a clean slate. But that doesn't still state the fact that I would prefer someone more experienced alongside Torreira, an actual CDM next to him. But after the Man United performance, I think he played well. I think it's just consistency. He needs to keep it up now in every game possible. So hopefully, positive signs are now coming out of Arsenal that Granit Xhaka is now no longer leaving the club. Now, at the Man United game, we've been linked with this player before, and that is Samuel Umtiti for Barcelona. Now, as we know, during the summer before this season started, we was heavily linked with Samuel Umtiti. But as we know that Samuel Umtiti signed another 5-year contract deal with Barcelona. Samuel Umtiti was at the Man United game and he was spotted there. Could he be on his way to Arsenal? He was at the game against Man United in the stands and he was spotted by the press. Speculation has been flying all over the place that he could, that this could be a hint Samuel Umtiti is on his way to Arsenal. To be honest, I very much doubt it because, you know, he's very good friends with Lacazette after the days where he was at Lyon. And, you know what, and Samuel Umtiti's been at most of our games before. He's been pictured with Lacazette at parties together. And at the moment, Barcelona are on a winter break at the moment. And I think he's over here just visiting, to be honest. And I think that really, we can only dream. We can only dream of having a player like him. But the way Socrates and David Luiz have been playing against Man United, does it even look like that we do need a centre-back? To be honest, I think we do need a centre-back, as we know we've got the likes of Callum Chambers out for the rest of the season. And we are short on numbers in terms of defence. So maybe we do need another a centre-back. And it looks to me that Umtiti will not be coming to Arsenal. Another player who I thought that would be joining Arsenal is Dayot Upamecano for RB Leipzig. As we know, he's a centre-back for RB Leipzig and he is 21 years old. And he's one of the players that he's been notified as a world-class for the age that he is now. I thought that after bringing in David Luiz as a panic buy, I honestly thought that the Upamecano deal might have been done and dusted ready for January. But clearly not. Upamecano, as I said, may not be on his way to Arsenal. RB Leipzig has the sound coming out of there that they're not willing to sell him this January. Arsenal are looking for defenders. That's our area of weakness. As I said, with the likes of Socrates and David Luiz, look at the way they're playing against Man United. But going forward, we are going to need greater quality there. Upamecano seems to be Arsenal's #1 target, and they are going to be looking between £40 to £50 million is the price that RB Leipzig said to be willing to sell him for. Now, RB Leipzig, as we know, they are top of their league in the Bundesliga. They are still in the Champions League as well. Why would they sell him? I mean, if they're top of their league and, you know, and they're still in Champions League, why would they want to sell him? Why? He's one of their best defenders. But as we know, that there is speculation that Upamecano has 18 months left on his contract. He hasn't yet to sign a new contract to stay at RB Leipzig. Now, as we know, RB Leipzig are not selling in January. So maybe a summer move might be an ideal one for us to go and get him. Will be in the summer. So it looks like that's another defender that is not coming in to Arsenal Football Club. Another player that I would like to talk about is Eddie Nketiah. As we know that Eddie Nketiah is currently out on loan to Leeds United. And we've actually got Leeds United in the FA Cup on Monday. And I'm actually looking forward to that game. We haven't played against Leeds for a very, very long time. But Eddie Nketiah, he's had a decent loan period at Leeds so far. He's returning to Arsenal. Arsenal have recalled Nketiah, and Nketiah confirmed it on the 1st of January on his Instagram, thanking his teammates, saying that he really enjoyed his time at Leeds, but he is going to be returning to Arsenal. Leeds United manager thanked Eddie Nketiah and spoke about how professional he was and how good he has been. And the Leeds fans at the moment are very, very disappointed that the loan deal has ended and that Eddie Nketiah is returning back to Arsenal. But will he be returning to the fold to play? He's a striker. We lack strikers. I know, obviously, we've got Aubameyang and Lacazette at the moment. But behind them two, we've only got Gabriel Martinelli. But an out-and-out striker, wise, not really anybody else. So maybe Nketiah might be returning to Arsenal, to the first team. Or will he be going out on another loan deal as well? Mikel Arteta has said to be discussing the future of Eddie Nketiah to Raul Sanelli, and hopefully to discuss what they want to do with Eddie Nketiah in terms of his future at Arsenal. Now, I think the reason why that they have called Nketiah back at Arsenal because Arsenal are very unhappy in the way Leeds United was using Nketiah. Leeds United wasn't playing Nketiah week in, week out, and I think that was the reason why. Now, as we know, when you're loaning the player out, you expect that player to grow because they are still your player, and you expect them to get first team week in, week out. But in Eddie Nketiah's place, that wasn't the case. Leeds was using him as an impact player in terms of bringing him on from the bench. He has scored quite a few goals for Leeds while being there. He did make a very, very big impact at Leeds United. So it'd be nice to see Nketiah back. Will he be on the bench for Arsenal? Or will he actually play against his old team as well? So it'd be nice to see what happens. But I'm hoping that maybe Arsenal might put him back out on loan. And hopefully this time around he might get more first team football. So guys, that has been your transfer roundup for this week. I will do another transfer update or when I get the time and to do another one. But as we know, Aubameyang has responded to the rumours to him exiting Arsenal, and Eddie Nketiah is back at Arsenal. So yeah, so guys, until my next video, if you're new around here, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting that notification bell so you do not miss another video. Making sure you are hitting that thumbs up button, which is very, very important. And making sure you are leaving your comments below. Guys, until my next video, I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.